Chapter 16. The Tragedy of Julius Caesar. Act 3, Scene 2, The Forum. Enter Brutus and Cassius, and a throng of citizens. Citizens, we will be satisfied, let us be satisfied. Brutus, then follow me, and give me audience, friends. Cassius, go you into the other street, and part the numbers. Those that will hear me speak, let him stay here. Those that will follow Cassius, go with him, and public reasons shall be rendered of Caesar's death. First citizen, I will hear Brutus speak. Second citizen, I will hear Cassius, and compare their reasons, when severally we hear them rendered. Exit Cassius, with some of the citizens. Brutus goes into the pulpit. Third citizen, the noble Brutus is ascended, silence. Brutus, be patient till the last. Romans, countrymen, and lovers, hear me for my cause, and be silent, that you may hear. Believe me for mine honor, and have respect to mine honor, that you may believe. Censure me in your wisdom, and awake your senses, that you may the better judge. If there be any in this assembly, any dear friend of Caesar, to him I say that Brutus' love to Caesar was no less than his. If then that friend demands why Brutus rose against Caesar, this is my answer, not that I loved Caesar less, but that I loved Rome more. Had you rather Caesar were living, and die all slaves, than that Caesar were dead, to live all free men? As Caesar loved me, for him, as he was fortunate, I rejoice at it, as he was valiant, I honor him, but as he was ambitious, I slew him. There is tears for his love, joy for his fortune, honor for his valor, and death for his ambition. Who is here so base that would be a bondman? If any speak, for him have I offended. Who is here so rude that would not be a Roman? If any speak, for him have I offended. Who is here so wild that will not love his country? If any speak, for him have I offended. I pause for a reply. Citizens, none. Brutus, none. Brutus, then none have I offended. I have done no more to Caesar than you shall do to Brutus. The question of his death is enrolled in the Capitol, his glory not extenuated, wherein he was worthy, nor his offences enforced, for which he suffered death. Enter Antony and others, with Caesar's body. Here comes his body, mourned by Mark Antony, who, though he had no hand in his death, shall receive the benefit of his dying, a place in the commonwealth. As which of you shall not? With this I depart that, as I slew my best lover for the good of Rome, I have the same dagger for myself, when it shall please my country to need my death. Citizens, live. Brutus, live, live. First citizen, bring him with triumph home unto his house. Second citizen, give him a statue with his ancestors. Third citizen, let him be Caesar. Fourth citizen, Caesar's better parts shall be crowned in Brutus. First citizen, we'll bring him to his house with shouts and clamors. Brutus, my countrymen. Second citizen, peaceful silence. Brutus speaks. Fast citizen, peace ho. Brutus, good countrymen, let me depart alone, and for my sake stay here with Antony. Do grace to Caesar's corpse, and grace his speech tending to Caesar's glory, which Mark Antony, by our permission, is allowed to make. I do entreat you, not a man depart, save I alone, till Antony have spoke. Exit. First citizen, stay, whole, and let us hear Mark Antony. Third citizen, let him go up into the public chair, we'll hear him. Nobile Antony, go up. Antony, for Brutus' sake, I am beholding to you. Goes into the pulpit. Fourth citizen, what does he say of Brutus? Third citizen, he says, for Brutus' sake, he finds himself beholding to us all. Fourth citizen, 'twere best he speak no harm of Brutus here. First citizen, this Caesar was a tyrant. Third citizen, nay, that's certain. We are blessed that Rome is rid of him. Second citizen, peace, let us hear what Antony can say. Antony, you gentle Romans. Citizens, peace ho, let us hear him. Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears, I come to bury Caesar, not to praise him. The evil that men do lives after them. The goods of interred with their bones, so let it be with Caesar. The noble Brutus hath told you Caesar was ambitious. If it were so, it was a grievous fault, and grievously hath Caesar unserved it. Here, under leave of Brutus, rest for Brutus is an honorable man, so are they all honorable men come I to speak in Caesar's funeral. He was my friend, faithful and just to me, but Brutus says he was ambitious, and Brutus is an honorable man. He hath brought many captives home to Rome, whose ransoms did the general coffers fill. Did this in Caesar seem ambitious? When that the poor have cried, Caesar hath wept, ambition should be made of sterner stuff, yet Brutus says he was ambitious, and Brutus is an honorable man. You all did see that on the Lupercal I thrice presented him a kingly crown, which he did thrice refuse. Was this ambition? Yet Brutus says he was ambitious, and sure, he is an honorable man. I speak not to disprove what Brutus spoke, but here I am to speak what I do know. You all did love him once not without cause. What cause withholds you then to mourn for him? O judgment, thou art fled to brutish beasts, and men have lost their reason. Bear with me. My heart is in the coffin there with Caesar, and I must pause till it comes back to me. First citizen, methinks there is much reason in his sayings. Second citizen, if thou consider rightly of the matter, Caesar has had great wrong. Third citizen, has he not, masters? I fear there will a wars come in his place. Fourth citizen, marked ye his words? He would not take the crown, therefore 'tis certain he was not ambitious. First citizen, if it be found so, some will dear abide it. Second citizen, poor soul, his eyes are red as fire with weeping. Third citizen, there's not a nobler man in Rome than Antony. Fourth citizen, now mark him, he begins again to speak. Antony, but yesterday the word of Caesar might have stood against the world, now lies he there, and none so poor to do him reverence. O masters, if I were disposed to stir your hearts and minds to mutiny and rage, I should do Brutus wrong and Cassius wrong, who, you all know, are honorable men. I will not do them wrong. I rather choose to wrong the dead, to wrong myself and you, than I will wrong such honorable men. But here's a parchment with the seal of Caesar. I found it in his closet is his will. Let but the commons hear this testament which, pardon me, I do not mean to read. And they would go and kiss dead Caesar's wounds, and dip their napkins in his sacred blood, yea, beg a hair of his for memory, and, dying, mention it within their wills, bequeathing it as a rich legacy unto their issue. Fourth citizen, we'll hear the will, read it, Mark Antony. Citizens, the will, we will hear Caesar's will. Antony, have patience, gentle friends, I must not read it, it is not meet you know how Caesar loved you. You are not wood, you are not stones, but men. And being men, hearing the will of Caesar, it will inflame you, it will make you mad. 'Tis good you know not that you are his heirs, for if you should, oh, what would come of it? Fourth citizen, read the will, we'll hear it, Antony. You shall read us the will, Caesar's will. Antony, will you be patient? Will you stay a while? I have overshot myself to tell you of it. I fear I wrong the honorable men whose daggers have stabbed Caesar. I do fear it. Fourth citizen, they were traitors, honorable men. Second citizen, they were villains, murderers. The will, read the will. Antony, you will compel me then to read the will? Then make a ring about the corpse of Caesar. Let me show you him that made the will.